What if Alex, Sam, and Clover were supervillains sent by Whoop, using Whoop gadgets without being brainwashed like previously? And Alex being the head supervillain? Well, this is the topic explored this episode, so let's talk about it and jump into this sweet review. This is my recap and review on Totally Spies Season 7, Episode 12. And before we begin, I have a couple things to say. First of all, I had some computer issues and some personal things to tackle. So that's why I have been inactive for a while. But I promise to try and be more consistent and form some sort of schedule. Like maybe a weekly upload or a every 2-week upload, but I haven't decided on anything yet. Secondly, stick around to the end for a surprise. The episode starts with Mandy manipulating Alex into solely doing the group project by making up a lie about a sick animal. Alex being Alex is simply too naive and kind to figure it out. But before Sam and Clover help her figure it out, Zerlina needs them. Their mission is to go undercover as a supervillain and her 2 henchwomen. Why? To find and thwart a plan known as Operation Villain Revenge. Personally, I think they look good as supervillains, but Alex is kinda cute when being evil. Like, she just can't be serious, and it's actually so entertaining and endearing. But this mission proves to be a challenge for the girls, because they slip up. But I want to talk about this guy, who I'm gonna call Jason. Personally, I love his character, because he seems so kind, but there is this ominous feeling I get from him. Like he's definitely planning something, and it's not good. Alex creates a pretend, evil supervillain scheme of stealing Big Ben. But we get some bonding moment between Jason and Alex. Alex acts so kindly towards him after he clumsily falls into the river. This emphasizes Alex's kind nature, and I even think Jason is learning more about her kind nature and liking it. This made me think he's actually currently undercover and posing as a supervillain beneath the surface. But this kind nature disappears when she overhears Mandy and her little minions laughing about how naive Alex is. I just want to talk about her minions because I know Mandy was set to appear in Season 7, but I didn't know her minions were going to appear. I don't think they made an appearance in Season 6, or am I just remembering wrong and simply forgot? I don't know, but Alex becomes enraged when she hears the mean things they say about her, and goes on to separate the Big Ben into 2, and then steal its top half. Back at the villain lair, we see Jason looking at Alex, kinda weirdly when he sees her acting different. Alex is acting really mean, especially compared to her before. Now she is giving people orders, and being quite demanding and mean to people. Even Sam and Clover try to talk to her, but it doesn't work. And then in that moment, everything is revealed. It turns out Operation Villain Revenge is about minions taking revenge on supervillains because of their deep frustration. This is a problem because with the sheer amount of minions there are, this is going to be quite the catastrophe for Whoop. The girls are in trouble because they are seconds close to being sent to the sun. But Alex gets them out after reconciling with them. The action sequence ends with Jason and Alex becoming friends again after she saves him from flying into the sun, even though I feel like he could have escaped quite easily. I wonder if he's going to be a recurring character, because I really like the dynamic that him and Alex have. But maybe he's just meant to be another side character, only created to make an appearance once or twice. Who knows? But now we are back to Singapore. Alex puts Mandy in her place. And all's well that ends well, but not yet. Because it's time for the surprise. We get a little spoiler from the show itself from a character that breaks the fourth wall.
You ruined my show. Now I'm gonna ruin yours. Cybercheck is actually...
No spoilers!
Cybercheck is actually a character we may know. But who could it be? type your suggestions and theories in the comments below. And maybe I'll talk about who it could be. And now for the review. Jason's interactions with Alex were some of the best moments of the episode. From their bonding scene near the river to his cautious observations of her behavior, Jason felt important. The way the episode framed him, his mysterious vibe, his kindness, and his reaction to Alex's personality shift, raises questions like, was Jason undercover too? Or was his character just there to teach Alex a lesson about staying true to herself? Regardless, he was an interesting addition, and I honestly wouldn't mind seeing him return in future episodes. One of the most compelling aspects of this episode was how it handled Alex's emotional shift. At first, she struggled to embrace the villain persona, her natural goodness making it difficult to act cruel or intimidating. But the breaking point came when she was betrayed and mocked by Mandy and her friends. In that moment, her anger completely overtook her, and she dove headfirst into villainy. Not as part of the mission, but because she wanted to. Her usual warmth was replaced by a cold, ruthless demeanor. The way her transformation was portrayed felt unsettling in the best way. Her usual lighthearted nature was gone, replaced by an almost power-hungry attitude. The shift wasn't just in her actions, but also in her expressions and body language. She carried herself with a newfound authority that felt completely foreign yet fascinating to watch. A key part of this episode's success to me was the introduction of Jason, a seemingly kind and unassuming character who added an interesting dynamic to Alex's arc. There was an undeniable tension surrounding him. Was he really just another villain in training, or was there something more to him? His interactions with Alex were some of the most memorable moments of the episode, particularly because he seemed to be the only one truly paying attention to her shift in personality. And then there was the episode's brilliant twist. The mission wasn't about stopping a villainous plan, but rather about preventing an uprising of minions taking revenge on their former bosses. This flipped the entire premise on its head, turning what seemed like a simple infiltration mission into a full-blown crisis for Whoop. It was a clever rebellion of expectations, highlighting an overlooked reality in the world of supervillains. Minions, after years of mistreatment, might eventually decide to rise up. I have so many theories, but I want to hear yours too. Anyways, see you soon. Hopefully, and definitely. Crystal out!
Seconds and one piece of paper. Introducing the evil plan generator. The what? You'll see.